Hello my YouTube family, this is Lynn Afros. Karibu sana to my channel. If this is your first time here, I hope you enjoyed this kind of video and I hope you stay. So today we are talking about a breakdown of how much it costs to build a three-bedroom house here in Kenya, Africa. The house we are talking about is already here on YouTube in my page. So I'm going to leave a link below in the comment section for you to go and check it out if you've not already. It's a three-bedroom house, master ensuite with a walk-in closet, a common toilet, a study room, and a sitting room, and a dining, and then the kitchen. It's quite spacious, so this, I hope, is going to give you a picture of how much it will take to build a similar house, whichever your plan is. So the first stage is, of course, to acquire the land where you're going to build a dream home. Once you acquire the land, depending on the state of the land and the type of material that is in the land, you're going to now decide how you're going to go about it with clearing the land and getting it ready for the construction. In our case, the land had trees, so we started by cutting down the trees, and then we uprooted the stumps, so that took a lot of labor. And then we also fenced the compound for now to secure it and start constructing. And then the other step was to lay down all the materials that we needed. Now mark you, this was done in steps. It was not done like the economy cannot allow that. This was done in steps. The construction started in mid 2020, immediately after the corona what the lockdown. So around August, it started around August, and then it went all the way to 20 end of 2021. End of 2021 we could now move in, but we moved into an unfinished house, but it was livable. It still is unfinished. This is the house from where I'm shooting from. This is the sitting room area, and it's livable, don't you think? So the thing is, we started by digging the toilet and constructing the toilet, because you need a toilet on site when you're going to have the fundis and the masons on site to use it. So that cost us around 70,000 Kenyan shillings. We also put up a little structure for storage, to act as a store for the materials that were being left over and needed to be locked up. So that was around, it was a madhouse, so it didn't really cost a lot. It was just a slope with three iron sheets, the kawaida iron sheets, and mud, and the okay. It was a simple one-room madhouse, so that cost us around 10,000 to put up for the entire thing. And then we now started with putting down the materials. These materials were put down over time, but now a breakdown of the entire materials that we've used so far. The most expensive was cement, I'm referring. So that's why I'm looking down. So the most expensive was the cement, and the cement cost us around 154,000 Kenyan shillings. And then we had sand, 10 tippers or 10 trucks. Sand is quite cheap here, so a truck goes for 6,500. So we had a total of 10 trucks, and that gave us 65,000. Still, that's for the lintel area and the flat roof, to put for the flat roof area. So we did that using 35,000 for the steel. And then, of course, there are going to be some hidden costs that I didn't include here, so please bear with me. And then we bought waterproof for 2,000. And then we bought stones, the stones for the foundation. But now I'm not going to break down the stones cost, because I've included it in all the total cost for the foundation. So the cost for the groundbreaking was cutting down the trees, approaching the stumps, and fencing the compound, cost us 40,000 Kenyan shillings. And then we now started with the foundation. Now this is where we were shook. because we had saved up to 300 and like 50,000, and we thought with 350,000 we're going to now start the house and get all the way up to the lintel, be done with the walling, and just look for the money for the roof. Shock on us. The 350,000 was over at the foundation, because now the groundbreaking took around 40,000, and then the base or the foundation, digging and constructing the foundation and putting down the floor, the base of the floor, all that cost us around 300,000. That's for the materials, for the labor, and for the entire thing. It cost us around 300,000. That was quite expensive and unexpected. And then the walling was cheaper. Besides acquiring the blocks, which we acquired from Nairobi, 2,500 blocks, and then we now needed the cement, which I've already included. All these, now the walling itself, putting up the walls for the fundis, for their handmen, and for the plastering, all this work for the walling, and even for how is it called? Is it skimming the floor? Because now when you do the foundation, you just put a rough cast, and then later, I do not know these words, the professional words, but I hope you understand, because when they did the floor, the foundation, they put the floor, yes, but it was just rough. The finishing was rough. And now when they were done with the walling, now they made the floor smooth enough for it to be ready for the tiles, and then they plastered the house, and all that cost us 150,000 Kenyan shillings. This includes the keys, because part of the house has been already keyed, so all this cost us 150,000. And then another shocker another shocker was water, because you do not really figure in water when you're drawing your budget, but water is really expensive because you need it a lot when constructing, and that cost us an approximate of 30,000 Kenyan shillings while we were building. Now we also did the roofing using 380,000 Kenyan shillings. Now this was all these other stages were being done bit by bit. But the roofing, you cannot do the roofing bit by bit. You need all this cash at hand at once. And that was an uphill task for us, because you can't put the timbers you put the timbers for the timbers for the roof and wait indefinitely before you can bring the iron sheets. So you have to start with the iron sheets. You bring all the iron sheets, they stay at the ground, and then now you erect the roof, the timbers, and you erect the timbers you need to be ready to now cover up and roof your house. And that was 380,000 Kenyan shillings at a go. That was quite an uphill task for us. That includes the labor and all these other extras like valleys and ridges and nails and fisher boards and what's the name of that thing? Okay, all the different timbers, they were different sizes, but all of them, including the fisher board, excluding the ones for where now you're going to do the ceiling, that was not put in place. It's not yet done, so the ceiling area is still pending. So after the roofing, we also went on to the tiles. The tiles cost us around 115,000. That's both the purchasing of the tiles and the labor for fixing the tiles. So the purchasing was around 95,000 Kenyan shillings, and the labor was 20,000 Kenyan shillings, and it's not yet done. Not the entire house has been tiled. We only tiled the areas that we really needed the most, and the extras that are not yet done, like the wash areas, washrooms, have not been done yet, because now we're not done with the plumbing also. we're waiting for the plumbing to be done, and then now we can do the walls of the toilet and the bathroom and the study room, all these, and the kitchen wall. Okay, everything wall tiles have not been bought yet, so that's still a deficit that's going to be included in the total cost. Mark that. And then we also did, we bought these. Now this can be counted as the finishing part, right? The doors and the windows and the window panes. So the windows and the doors cost us 105,000 Kenyan shillings. The window panes cost us 65,000. Labor for the windows and door installation was 20,000. And then we did plastering. No, that plastering is counted, is still counted in the walling, right? The total cost was 150, as we said earlier. But we also bought door frames for 10,000 and ventilations at 5,000. We also had to buy a water tank. Remember what I told you about the water being really expensive? So we needed a solution for that. So we bought a water tank at 22,000 Kenyan shillings. Wiring and electricals came to, the purchase and the installation came to 35,000. We are not done. We are far from being done with the wiring, because we just did the basic to get electricity into the house. So the house was built using blocks, but the partitioning, part of the partitioning was done using the local bricks, because there was a deficit and we didn't want to go back to Nairobi for the bricks, for the blocks. So what we did is we bought bricks, 1,000 pieces at 10,000. That's the purchase and the transportation for 10,000. And then miscellaneous, all these costs that come in unexpected, like food, transportation, equipment purchase and hiring, could get to over 35,000. So the total, okay, the painting, we've done part of the painting, and this so far has cost us 60,000 Kenyan shillings for the labor, for the purchasing of the different paints, starting from the skimming, it's a lot. There were lots of materials there, so that cost us around 60,000 Kenyan shillings. So the total, I don't know if you've been counting, but you can go back and count. But the total comes to around 1.7 M Kenyan shillings. That's like $17,000, is it? Yeah, 17,000 USD. So that is the cost. How has it been for you? Is this exaggerated or is it realistic? Let me know down below in the comment section. Kama tuligongwa, we shall know now. There's nothing we can do about it now, but it will be good to know. Let's learn from your experiences down below in the comment section. This was our experience. I hope it goes well for you. And what I can tell you, if you intend to start, just start. In the next video, I'm going to tell you how we really started this journey, because as I've told you, it took us around 1.5 years for this house to be livable. That was a long time and a short time at the same time, because now we did it gradually, step by step. So in the next video, I'm going to explain exactly how that came about, and I hope you're going to stay around for that and share your experiences as well. Until the next time, remember to always keep on the sunny side of life. Always on the sunny side of life.